Sucks
and
to
it's
suck.
and it's restarting up. I assume it's like an update thing.
Man, Saio got the red gun out. Bro, I'm about to try red gun. I ain't tried it yet.
Depot on the beat.
Alright, what's going on, guys? It's Saio. I hope you guys are having a good day, and yes, I know it's pretty much Christmas time. The Vanguard beta for the PC, Xbox, everything is out, especially if you have pre-ordered the game for early access along with the PlayStation players and other Xbox players that pre-ordered it. But I wanted to get this video out right for you guys. Wanted to let you guys know the settings, what I'm using, what's going on. I need you guys to know this game feels freaking phenomenal on PC. It is so smooth, but I will say, sniping on keyboard and mouse on this game, it's not the greatest. Definitely not the greatest. Not having the greatest time with it. Don't know, it feels really weird, but I'll give you guys the settings that I found out works best for me. Alright, but we're gonna, like you guys know, we're going left to right. So, for the keyboard and mouse, I'm running 5 sensitivity. It's personally what I like. 5 sensitivity, 4 sensitivity, those are usually the ones that I get to. You know, everything else is just default. ADS sensitivity multiplier is default, everything. Make sure that this is turned off unless you like to play it like that. Now, this is where it gets weird. Relative, usually people play relative. But relative in this game, something's messed up. I don't know what they did to it, but it doesn't feel right. Legacy alternate, it is a good one to use, but it does feel like when you scope in with a sniper, your sniper actually looks around a little bit quicker. Don't really know why. It's very weird. I don't know. I don't understand. Best thing I found is Legacy is your best bet. Legacy, it feels like it's the same sensitivity all around. Best thing I found so far. I don't know what's going on with the sensitivities and stuff like that, but it definitely doesn't feel like any other COD. MW felt twice as good. Cold War feels twice as good. But these are the best settings that I found so far. Then your mouse wheel input, I never really changed this. You know, it's usually just 80. I don't really know what that really does. Mouse acceleration, mouse filtering, make sure that both of those are at 0. You don't want anything to actually, you don't want to take any downfalls with having these turned on. Then for my gameplay, pretty much everything is actually default on this, except I like automatic tactical sprint. I just like being able to press W. Don't really have to press shift that much. And also one thing I figured out, that you cannot sprint while reloading on this game. So I put sprint cancels reload on, so as soon as you get done sprinting, you can just cancel the animation by, you know, sprinting. And like I said, guys, everything else is pretty much default. There are so many settings that they have incorporated in this game that just, they didn't need to do that much. There are so many settings in this game that just mean nothing to us. Honestly, just keep everything else default. Then for me, my keybinds, what I like to do, I take my crouch and my slide button, which is usually C, and I change that to chain stance and slide. So as you guys can see, it kind of acts like a controller. I can press it to crouch, I could hold it to go prone, or I can press it while I'm sliding. This is always how I've done it. C has always been a good way for me. I use my pointer finger to click C if any of you guys want. Then another keybind that I change, I usually leave the rest of the exact same, but the one keybind I do change is my previous weapon. Usually this is 1 and 2, but I do actually like pressing E. I've always pressed E ever since I started playing. Then guys, like I said, interface, keybinds, pretty much a bunch of stuff you really don't need to change at all. I just kept everything default. Now getting into the good stuff, guys. Your display modes, your quality, your graphics, everything, this is what I'm running. I run full screen. You always got to run full screen. 144 frame refresh rate. Then for your frame rate limit, I'm doing 250 on this game because I actually do get above 144, but usually since I'm on a 144 hertz monitor, I would take it down to 144 hertz and just max it out at that. For the menu and the minimize game, you want to keep it at 60 and 30 because if you have those at running full maximum potential, it could just burn out your PC quicker. Then everything from here on is just default, guys. Don't really need to change anything. My brightness, I like my brightness around 50. Then guys, going into the quality, this game is actually a beautiful game. So if you guys want, I would say run this on the best settings that your game can. This game looks gorgeous. But also one thing I will say is because this game looks so good, it is going to take a toll on your PC quite a bit. So me, I would rather have performance instead of, you know, I would rather have performance instead of the way the game actually looks itself. So for me, I am running pretty much everything on low, except I'm running the details on high and medium, because if you run those on high and medium, you could see those holes in the wall and you could see people peeking through them because it is a destructible game, as you guys know. Then everything else is always on low. I don't know why this is 100%, but you want to make sure your film strength is completely turned down as much as possible. Then for my gameplay, I actually really do like the way 120 FOV looks and affected FOV. As you guys know, it makes it where your gun looks like it's zoomed out more, and honestly, you actually do see a little bit of less recoil in my opinion. Camera movement, you want that at 50. The shake doesn't mean anything. Motion blur, 100% off. Depth of field, turn that off as well so nothing looks blurry. Then for my audio, guys, everything, this is personally what I like. You can change this to whatever you want, but I do 70, 0, 100, 100. Everything is 100. Now, one thing I do know is the hit marker. I haven't tried the classic. I'm actually going to try out the classic here in a bit. But everything else, guys, is just default. Now, this is the thing that you guys want to change as well that a lot of people forget to change. On your subtitles, you want to make sure those are off. All of us play Call of Duty. All of us know what's going on in COD. We don't need subtitles. We can hear it in the game. Now, guys, you can keep whatever you want hidden or shown or anything and keep everything default. Usually, I put my FPS counter on. I do my GPU temperature, and that's pretty much all I do. Sometimes I'll do my packet loss just to see what I get. And one huge thing, guys, usually you would change your safe area. As you guys know, there's a square and you would bring it in. But on this game, it's the HUD bound, so make sure you guys bring this all the way to the left. Editors will love you, and they'll freaking praise you for doing this if you do this every single time there's a new game out. And everything else, guys, is just the exact same. It's just default. All right, now guys, if I were to be running on a controller, this is the sensitivities and stuff I would run. I like playing on insane, just a 20 sensitivity on MW games feel phenomenal. I like crouching with my right stick instead of B. Then I make sure it's flipped because, you know, if you're playing on a PS4 controller, do the bumpers, but if you're playing on Xbox, 100% use the triggers. Then the dynamic response curve type, it feels like MW, so definitely do that. Personally, I like just default sensitivity and everything from then on, guys, except for the trigger dead zones, I put pretty much to 0. And if you guys want to change these input dead zones, you can. Personally, I like keeping them. But yeah, guys, so those are all the settings that I do use in this video. And I want you guys to know that if you are watching this video, I am more than likely live streaming on Twitch. I will be playing Vanguard and getting highlights and clips for you guys for tomorrow. So if you guys do want to come by and check it out, I really greatly appreciate it. Come by, drop a follow, and I love meeting new people. But with that being said, guys, I really do hope you enjoyed this video. And as always, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.